Bruins have won the Stanley Cup. And they pour on to celebrate with Tim Thomas, their heroic goaltender. Statistics that are poured forth over the span of 15 days of a Stanley Cup final favored Vancouver. Just the raw percentages.
What a bunch of facts.
Game 1. Then games 1 and 2, and the numbers got higher. A 2-1 series lead. 84% of the time, the team ahead wins. A game 5 after a split of the first 4 at 71%. 3-2 series lead as they had 80%.
Alright, this is the stupidest stat.
But it is played by humans with all kinds of emotion and not by stats.
And there's Nathan Horton in the hat already, the Stanley Cup championship hat, hugging Milan Lucic. The reaction from Ryan Kessler. Livonia, Michigan.
I can't
Doggy. Do it. Try.
We have seen tears earlier
Try.
in this playoff year.
They just won the Stanley Cup. Alright, here we go.
Henrik Lundqvist of the New York Rangers.
Alright, you already started. You gotta finish. Can't start the dance and not finish it, Sean.
I can't dance.
Come on.
The Canucks salute their fans this one last time.
General Manager Peter Chiarelli. Doc wins the Stanley Cup and also part owner of the Dubuque Fighting Saints of the USHL, which won the Cup this year as well.
It will be interesting for us to see the meeting of Patrice Bergeron and Alex Burrows and the meeting of the two goaltenders. So much has been talked about from both of them. Tim Thomas and Roberto Luongo, you see there. Thomas will be one of the last to go through this line, and Luongo is one of the first.
Great job. Series where I'm at. Good job. It's a great series. Great series. Good job, Albie. Thank you very much.
They will see each other in Las Vegas. Both are nominated for Best Goal.
Nathan Horton, Mark Recchi, goaltending coach Bob Asenza, who's done a terrific job with Tuukka Rask and Tim Thomas.
What a way to go out for Mark Recchi. It's always interesting to hear Pierre's interviews with Tim Thomas, a man who thinks usually before he speaks. I have a feeling he's going to be pretty quick with all of this, but let's listen.
Thanks so much, Doc. Peaks, valleys, you're at the top of the NHL mountain. How's the view?
It feels great. You know, it still hasn't kicked in. If you want to be, if I'm completely honest, I can't believe it's over. Like, we've had our battle meter up so high for so long that I feel like we're just moving on to the next series or something.
You came in here, you lost 3 games, deciding Game 7. What was the difference in Game 7?
I think, you know, the physical work that we'd done throughout the whole series added up, and, you know, being the last game, we didn't save anything, and we used that physicality again, and I think that was the difference.
Was Aaron Rome hit on Nathan Horton a galvanizing moment for your group?
Well, kind of. I mean, that was an important turning point, you know. I don't really know. I haven't thought that one through enough.
Let me ask you about Roberto Luongo. You went through the line. Obviously, there were some things said during the series. What did he say to you in the line?
I don't remember. I I know I told him that he's a great goalie, and I said, I want you to know I think you're a great goalie. Somehow he must have took offense. I hadn't said anything really positive, but I hadn't said anything negative either. And you know, part of that was the tactics.
You won 3 Game 7s. Game 7 against Montreal in overtime. 1-0 over Tampa in the conference final. Now a Game 7 here. Have you cemented your position in terms of where you thought you'd be when you started out as a young man in Flint, Michigan?
I think I've went even further than I thought. Yeah, you know, and I never envisioned 3 Game 7s in 1 playoff series and still being able to come up on top.
Congratulations on an unbelievable ride, Tim. Enjoy the view.
Thank you very much.
Is he the MVP? Let's learn.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to ice level for the presentation of the Conn Smythe Trophy for the 2011 Stanley Cup Playoffs. Most valuable player.
Congratulations to 2 great teams, the Boston Bruins and Vancouver Canucks, on a terrific Stanley Cup final. The winner of the Conn Smythe Trophy, Tim Thomas.
He said midway in the playoffs, any success I have ever had has come from working hard. And here's a little bit more with the Conn Smythe Trophy. 39 different players have had it. Tim Thomas becomes the 15th time that it has been taken by a goaltender.
There's a guy like 2 years ago who brought the Stanley Cup trophy.
Back-to-back college hockey players winning the Conn Smythe MVP trophy. Of course, last year, Jonathan Toews with the Chicago Blackhawks attended North Dakota. Tim Thomas, the MVP of the Stanley Cup final, was a goaltender at the University of Vermont.
It is a part of growing legend that when Marty St. Louis brought the Stanley Cup to the University of Vermont, he invited a lot of his former teammates back. Tim Thomas had not even begun to fashion an NHL career, but even then he did not touch it.
Here we go.
They sure do make it look nice, don't they? White glove care has occurred ever since 1994. After the Rangers won it, they decided they ought to take a little more care of it. It got banged around a little bit in the celebrating, as has happened sometime since, but they are always looking.
First of all, let's congratulate Vancouver on a terrific season. The Boston Bruins had to win 3 Game 7s to get the Stanley Cup. What an incredible playoff run. Congratulations to Jeremy Jacobs, Cam Neely, Peter Chiarelli, and Claude Julien, the city of Boston, the Bruins fans, and most importantly, the Bruins players. Great job. Zdeno Chara, it's my honor to present you with the Stanley Cup.
He comes forward to receive the cup, and this will undoubtedly be the highest that it's ever been held.
Dude, he's like 7 feet. On skates, he's 7 feet. Look at how much he's got to be in the picture.
Who will be the first to receive it